You think your budgie is sleeping at 3 a.m. But when I set up a night vision camera, I realized they weren't really sleeping at all. They were waiting. The footage I pulled that morning was supposed to be boring. I expected to see a little fluff ball tucked into a corner, eyes closed, maybe shifting slightly on a perch. But as I scrubbed through that infrared video, with the room lit up in these ghostly shades of gray, I just stopped. At 3:12 a.m., the bird didn't just wake up, it initiated a protocol. It wasn't that frantic, chirpy little creature that begs for millet all day. It was something else. It was a silent, fluid, predatory shadow, moving with a level of precision that felt almost calculated. If you've ever felt like your bird is watching you, not just looking, but actually studying you, you aren't imagining it. There's this strange, rhythmic geometry to the way they move when they think you're gone. It kind of feels like the pet you know is just a mask they wear while the sun is up, a costume designed to make them seem harmless and dependent. But when the house falls silent, the mask slips, and you start to realize that your presence in the room during the day isn't the center of their world. It's just the main variable in their data set. And here's where it gets interesting. Your budgie isn't just surviving in your home. They are performing a kind of avian surveillance. Think about the way they stare. We call it being curious, but to them, it's data verification. Every time you reach for a drawer, every time you pace while talking on the phone, they're mapping the boundaries of your habits against their internal model of the room. They're checking for inconsistencies. They want to know the difference between the coffee sound and the vacuum sound, not because they care about your morning, but because they're constantly refining their safety parameters. They are essentially auditors of your existence. But here's the part nobody really tells you. They aren't just watching the house, they're watching you. If you look closely at how they hold their head, you'll notice they're cross-referencing your mood with your body language. They know when you're stressed long before you've even realized it yourself. They notice that slight tension in your shoulders or the way your footsteps get just a little bit faster. They aren't just reacting to you, they're anticipating you. They've learned that if they move a certain way or tilt their head at just the right angle, they get a specific reaction out of you. Honestly, they're running a constant feedback loop, basically training you to behave in ways that make them comfortable. Now think about this for a second. Why does the bird wait until the middle of the night to perform these ritualistic silent movements? In the wild, if you're a small prey animal, the only time you can truly practice your motor skills without the interference of a potential threat is when the predator that's you is inactive. By studying your sleep schedule, by memorizing exactly when you go to bed and when you wake up, they've carved out this little private window. They know your bathroom habits, the exact timing of your late-night snacks, even the moment your breathing shifts into deep sleep. They've mapped your entire life down to the minute. Honestly, this isn't just instinct, it's high-level strategy. It's a form of survival that we and our hubris just mistake for simple companionship. You look at your bird and think, oh, they like me because I feed them. But the bird? They see a massive, unpredictable, and potentially dangerous entity that has to be managed through careful study and precise reactions. Every song, every flutter, every single time they land on your shoulder, that's a move in an ongoing chess game. They're busy securing their position in your house, and they're doing it with such subtlety that they've actually convinced you that you're the one in control. But here's the most unsettling part. When you look at them, you're looking at a living, breathing laboratory. That room you're standing in, the furniture, the layout isn't just your home. To them, it's a research environment. You're the primary variable in their survival equation. They know exactly what makes you laugh, what makes you angry, and what makes you walk away from the cage. They use all that info just to keep their own perfect balance. It really forces you to see your bird differently, doesn't it? They aren't just in your life. They're actively editing it. They might know you better than you know yourself. So I have to ask, now that you know they've been mapping your movements and studying your habits every single day, what has your bird been trying to tell you that you were just too busy to notice? Let me know what you think they've already figured out about you in the comments.